What's going on, everybody? My name is Justin Godsey for the SportsBeatNetwork.com. Thank you so much for checking out tonight's video. Happy New Year to everybody out there. We're now giving you guys the first official video of the SportsBeatNetwork.com radio. This is the first official video of 2015. I made a video just a couple of days ago what our plan is to be for the 2015 year and the early, just to kick it off. Got a lot of stuff that's very exciting. I'm very excited to start doing these videos, and I hope you guys really do enjoy them because we're putting in a lot of time, we're putting in a lot of effort into these videos. So I hope you guys do, continue your support in subscribing to us, leaving your comments. Please leave your comments on this video down below in the description, or down in the comment section, obviously. So let's join the conversation. Join the conversation. Leave your comments. I'll be happy to talk to you guys about the NFL draft. So obviously we're going to be talking about the San Diego Chargers in this video, kicking off the new year with my favorite team, the San Diego Chargers. Not being biased at all, but in this video I do have a little bit of a rant going on, not too hardcore into it. We're here talking about Ryan Mathews, running back of the San Diego Chargers. Now, Ryan Mathews was the San Diego Chargers' first-round selection in the 2010 draft, being the successor to LaDainian Tomlinson, who went on to go play for the Jets in 2010. And trying to replace LaDainian Tomlinson was huge. He was the San Diego Chargers, Hall of Fame of Hall of Famers. You're trying to replace San Diego Chargers golden boy. It was LaDainian Tomlinson first, Phillip Rivers second. Ryan Mathews had a storybook career at Fresno State. Coming over to the NFL, it was far beyond that. Ryan Mathews has had more injuries in his career than I can even imagine for any running back. This really hurts me to say it because I want to see Ryan Mathews succeed. I really do. But you've been in the NFL for 5 years now, and you have had one good season. I was talking to a good friend of mine just 24 hours ago, 42 hours ago, regarding that I would rather have Darren McFadden and Maurice Jones-Drew as my running backs. Guys who can really step up, even with their past injury history that they're still able to play through. I would rather have MJD and Darren McFadden over Ryan Mathews. That's just me saying, because Ryan Mathews, he just cannot play a full year. And San Diego gets crushed when Ryan Mathews cannot play. So Ryan Mathews was a big primary player on our offense. I'm the kind of guy that says offense wins championships. San Diego's offense failed them in 2014. I'm sorry. In 2014, the San Diego Chargers offense failed them. Keenan Allen goes down with an injury. Ryan Mathews only plays 6 games, misses a huge chunk of the year. We had to end up playing multiple running backs. I think 5 in our entire team. We had Mathews play. Danny Woodhead went down with injury. Mathews went down with injury. We had Donald Brown on our roster. Brendan Oliver on our roster. We also had Ronnie Brown on our roster. I mean, it was just a big clusterfuck in San Diego for 2014. Playing our best football way too early cost us big time. Injuries to our offensive line with Nick Harwick being out. That is big killer. But our biggest thing was the lack of talent on our running back core. Donald Brown just cannot block. Look at his time in Indianapolis. He cannot block if his life depended on it. That's the biggest key. He needs to work on that during the offseason. He's a good backup running back. I give him that credit, but he is not a every down back. Danny Woodhead is too short to be an every down back. He will just get crushed. And that pretty much leaves Brendan Oliver, who's the same thing, next to Darren Sproles. And then we also got Ronnie Brown, who's, just on his last, couple of maybe a year or so left in the NFL, being a veteran backup. So San Diego has really digged themselves into a hole right now, and they are now running backless going into the 2015 draft. I don't expect San Diego to, even offer Ryan Mathews an extension. I would not even offer him a 1-year contract. I think it's time that he already showcased what he can give to San Diego. 6 games, that's just not tolerable. Let's test the waters in the 2015 NFL draft. Now, there are a couple of running backs that I have been personally watching, film on, what kind of running backs would fit the San Diego Chargers offense. But San Diego has to look at this very, very, closely, because they only have 6 picks in the 2015 draft. San Diego would have to get at least 2 more picks to have some cushion to really, get what they really need. The 2014 draft was an abomination to me. because San Diego only treated their first and second round picks. We got Jeremiah Tachi from Georgia Tech in the second round. Then we also got Jason Verrett, the guy who I honestly have been wanting to see in San Diego for some time now, from TC, and we got him in the first round. San Diego since then, from the second round down, we just did not care. San Diego let all their draft picks just depart from their team, and everything just went to hell for San Diego in 2014. We had no depth. We had nobody that we can sign upon from our practice squad. There was no depth that can help out this offensive line, this defensive line, the defensive backs that we just could not get off the field. This defense couldn't get off the field in 2015. But I just don't want to make this video just flip-flopping and just ranting on about everything. But San Diego has 6 rounds to just cover so many open positions on our roster. And and a lot of people have been asking me, Justin, with only 6 picks in the draft, do you want San Diego to get a running back first? Or do you want to wait in the middle of the draft and get a running back there? Or we can just pick up the scraps and pick up who is ever left over in the 6th round, which San Diego's final draft selection will be at. I'm just going to say this, that the 2015 NFL draft class for the running backs is stacked. Got Melvin Gordon, Todd Gurley, Amir Abdullah, Tevin Coleman from Indiana, who is a very underestimated running back. Duke Johnson from Miami, who just committed just a few days ago. Jay Ajay from Boise State. Those are legitimate running backs who will make a fine addition to San Diego. But San Diego only needs one legitimate running back, with Danny Woodhead coming back from injury, Donald Brown likely to be our backup running back, and then we'll probably end up using Brandon Oliver at some point, because I don't think San Diego will be keeping a running back in the system. I think that we're going to end up seeing some cuts. We're going to end up seeing possibly Ryan Mathews walk. Potentially even Donald Brown could walk. That could be another option there, because we need to get some money. Tom Telesco has done a great job, releasing players who have not stepped up a lot. We have let them go. We try to get some money back into our pockets. So there's a lot of great running backs on this class that we can end up signing to a long-term deal that I honestly feel that can really benefit a whole lot in San Diego. A couple of guys I'm going to rattle off right now is it's a long shot for San Diego. San Diego needs a running back that can stay healthy, that can work with a pro-style quarterback like Phillip Rivers, a guy who has excellent and a very game mind attitude in Phillip Rivers, a guy who can tolerate what he wants to do. There's just a lot of guys that can really fit that, but there's just some of these guys that just cannot fit San Diego's system. It's kind of like plus positive, plus minus. I mean. So let's rattle off a couple of these names here, and I would like to hear your guys' opinion about this. The first person I have on this list is Duke Johnson from Miami. Duke Johnson from Miami has really stepped up this past year for the Miami Hurricane. I actually have him inked in as a second-round selection. I think he can be a great addition to San Diego. San Diego, obviously, in the first round, has got to address that offensive line. La'el Collins is a guy who I can potentially see going to San Diego, but San Diego is going to have to be that team that drafts in the middle of the draft. I honestly see guys like Todd Gurley, Melvin Gordon going ahead before San Diego can even get on the clock with the 18th overall selection in the draft. San Diego falls always between rounds 14 to 18, and that will be it. San Diego does not get into the 20s. They don't get into the top 10. That's not what San Diego does. They play their hearts out. They get eliminated early. They get the early round selections of the NFL draft. So with that being said, Melvin Gordon being gone, Todd Gurley, even though he does have an injury, I have him gone, being the second running back off the board. Amir Abdullah will be gone at some point. But you know what? Duke Johnson is a great running back. That's the number one target that I want in San Diego. Very explosive running back. I think he can be better than what Ryan Mathews can produce at this current stage. I think he can be a really great asset to San Diego. He can also catch the ball, so that's going to be a great addition to San Diego. Another addition is T.J. Yeldon from Alabama. Alabama running back T.J. Yeldon has played tremendously with A.J. McCarron. He has played well, with the quarterback system. Jacob Coker and Sam's, I think the other quarterback is out there in Alabama. Excellent pro-style quarterbacks. So those are great options right there. So TJ Yeldon does have an idea of what kind of system. Alabama and San Diego kind of play a little bit of the similar system. There are a couple of tweaks here and there. I think that TJ Yeldon will be a great addition to the San Diego Chargers. I know a lot of people are saying TJ Yeldon's going to be a primary backup in the NFL. No, I think he's going to be one of the most standout running backs going into the 2015 draft. I really underestimated second round selection in the draft. I think TJ Yeldon will be a great addition. I think he can be one of the running backs that can be in contention for NFL Rookie of the Year. My final one is J from Boise State. J is he does need another year in the NFL, but you know what? San Diego needs a running back, and they need a running back now. J has had an excellent year at Boise State this year, getting the bowl win against Arizona the other day, exploding all over Arizona's defense. So that is excellent to have, to get an open mind on what to expect from J. Being only 6 foot tall, 216 pounds, J can fall either within the second round or the third round. So San Diego can go into the first or the second round, get a cornerback, get an offensive lineman, get that running back because we still have a stacked running back class going into the second and third rounds. My running back board, has 3 top running backs going into the second to third round. I have Mike Davis from South Carolina as a wild card to San Diego. Cameron Artis-Payne from Auburn is a big underdog for me, and my final underdog is Malcolm Brown from the Texas Longhorns. San Diego can go and snag him around the 4th round. So I think those are the running backs you would like to have, and I would love to have in San Diego. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys think that Ryan Mathews is officially gone out of San Diego? Do you think Ryan Mathews played his last round of football in San Diego? Do you think the San Diego Chargers will even re-sign Ryan Mathews? Do you think San Diego will give him one more year? I personally just do not want to see it. I want to see the next. I want to see someone step up. Ryan Mathews has not stepped up. I think guys like Duke Johnson, a TJ Yeldon, a J, a Malcolm Brown, Cameron Artis-Payne, I think those guys can really step up and make a big difference in San Diego's running game. Ryan Mathews, not trying to diss you, not trying to put you down or anything. I want to see you succeed, but I want to see my Chargers running back game, my Chargers squad, get a lot of support right now, in the future, 2015, 2016. I want to see consistency. Ryan Mathews has not given that consistency. And I think it's time for a change in San Diego. Time for a change at running back. Time for a change on the offensive line. The defensive backs. Defensive tackle. Everything needs to change in San Diego. But Ryan Mathews, you're not the answer for 2016 or 2015, 2016, and beyond that. So a new running back in San Diego will be great. Praying to God right now that Duke Johnson is that answer. TJ Yeldon could be that answer. J is that answer. We'll just have to wait and see. 2015 draft is coming up, within the next few months. Let's see who's going to be drafted to San Diego. Will San Diego keep Ryan Mathews? Leave your guys' comments down below. And I'll catch you guys next time.